Just let me know if you need anything. This is the hangout for all.
Alright. So I've been skateboarding stuff for back in the days when you started skating in the 70s. So I had one of your boards. It's like or something. With the letters.
Oh yeah, that's a classic board. That's talking about vintage.
I went to America.
Yeah, that's a vintage.
That
That's definitely a vintage board. I'm remaking some of the vintage boards now, and they're doing really well. Yeah, they're selling really well. I think in the board that we use in the movie, the one that's on the poster, the one that Victor's holding.
Yeah.
This one with the grip tape, with the Alva logo on the grip tape. I think we sold almost $250,000 worth of those boards just last year.
Really?
Yes. So it just goes to show where skateboarding's come like full cycle.
Just to show you, this magazine it's also for another one.
Is this a Swedish model? Who wouldn't? I would have to. I'm hopelessly heterosexual. Of course I want to meet him. If I didn't, then there'd be something different, something else going on inside my head.
You can't help it if you're heterosexual.
It looks good, nice quality.
Yeah, it's like a Playboy. Swedish. So I did 2 interviews. This magazine, they want something about, well, for their target group, it's guys from the 20s up to 35, 40. Yeah. If they should start skating, you know, some things from you would think about. So I have some, it's really many guys who are like in that age group. They play indoor bandy, it's like some kind of hockey by foot indoor. And they play soccer. And, these aren't like all the sports. They don't have like so if you can give any pointers for
they do more like team sports or stuff, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's some golf is big too. But if you I know in London and Swedish that they have an itch to go skateboarding, maybe they have skated kids or they might be total beginners, but they have tried snowboarding, maybe surfing, most of it skateboarding and go. So to start out, the guys in his 20s, how does it start?
Just learn the fundamentals. The main thing is just learn like how to have control, think on the board. Yeah. And it's not really that important to learn tricks right off the bat. I think it's much more important to learn just to be comfortable with the board. Yeah. Learning to carve, I think, is important. And the other thing I think that's definitely something that should be ignored is like to be able to ride front side and back side equally. Okay. Yeah. So switch stance you don't necessarily have to switch. I'm just saying from heel to toe. Okay. You know, just like with snowboarding, how you learn to control from the toes and from the heels. Yeah. With just to be adept both ways. And then eventually, yeah, you can learn how to switch stance and all that other stuff. Yeah. That all comes later. So I think really what I'm trying to say is concentrating on the fundamentals and the basics before you try to learn all these fancy tricks. All right. Because a lot of kids try to go out and do the best, hardest trick right off the bat, and that's all they can do. You know, and you're just like, dude, can you go down a hill fast and like make it to the bottom? No, but I can do it all I can. Then you're not really a real skater. You're a novelty skater. Yeah. So that's my opinion. Other people might not have that opinion because a lot of people are into technical aspects of skateboarding more than they are fundamentals. Yeah. I completely the opposite. I think the fundamentals are the most important. Yeah, right. So learn to run. Yeah, just learn to control the board and safely execute from point A to point B. Yeah. You know? Or drop in, shallow end, do a carve, and the big bolt come back out. Yeah. Cool, you're skating.
Okay. You know? What type of riding would you recommend to get into that?
I would say right off the bat for a beginner, start on flat. Yeah. Just street. I recommend street first. And then eventually like hills, a little bit more speed downhill. And then of course graduating from that would be to banks. And then eventually to transitions to pools and bowls, half pipe and stuff like that. That's the last part. You really got to have control and be able to feel confident enough before you get on something like this. Because you know, when you get on this, because you know, you used to skate. This is a different story. Oh, but that's awesome.
footer.
Yeah, this is a different story. So you gotta have control.
Yeah.
You know who I saw a picture of in the airport is the guy from the new company. What is it? WeSC or whatever. Superlative Conspiracy. Yeah, he's a skater too, huh?
I don't know which name. They have different models.
He's one of the founders of the owner.
Oh yeah, he was there. Yeah, he used to live in California for a while.
I think his name was Arnold or something.
Big guy.
Yeah, he looks like a big guy. Long hair. He looked like a big guy, but he has long hair too, kind of long.
Gregor.
It could be, yeah. He had like long, kind of silverish colored hair.
Yeah.
So it looked like a most.
Yeah, he comes from skateboarding.
Oh, that's cool. Because that company is doing pretty well. They have a store in LA on Robertson. Because I just opened a new store in Los Angeles too, on Fairfax, and a couple miles up in kind of a trendy neighborhood. They have a new store.
Yeah, I know that. All over Europe. So, what would you recommend? This magazine is very much about style. This is a Café Magazine, about clothing stuff. What would you recommend in terms of talking about for a guy over 20?
Well, I like to wear like something when it comes to pants and stuff that's really durable, like in case you take a spill. So I would recommend like really nice, heavy-duty denim, like or corduroy trousers. And no certain brand. The brand that I kind of like that I've been wearing lately is there's two different brands that I really like, and they make really good trousers that are very durable and they not only feel good and look fashionable, but they really work. Because for me, a lot of times it's not really that much about fashion. It's more about function. Function first, then the fashion. If it's functional and fashionable, that's even better. I was thinking like Fresh Jive, they make some really good stuff. Especially the pants that they make and stuff, and the other company that makes really good gear. Yeah, I think they're durable, but I also think they're geared towards like skateboarding lifestyle.
Yeah.
And then the other company that does some really good stuff that's people that make these, the ones I'm wearing right now, is a company called 555. Yeah, 555 does some really good gear. Those are the two pants that I wear. For tops, t-shirts, usually just whatever feels comfortable, you know?
Yeah, you wouldn't say like, don't wear this.
No, I like vintage t-shirts.
Yeah.
Like vintage t-shirts.
Skateboard stuff?
Sometimes independent stuff, sometimes my shirts, like Alva t-shirts, yeah. And then for jackets, like this cold weather, I'll usually wear like something like Patagonia or North Face, like stuff like that, for the colder weather. But just for regular, I'd say just for like weather in California or whatever, we just usually wear like kind of like a jumper, like, you know, hoodies or like a coach's jacket, just basic kind of sporty surf stuff.
What kind of shoes do you like skateboarding?
Vans.
You like old school Vans, or do you like the new type of shoes?
No, I like the old school shoes.
Because they're flatter.
They grip better. Yeah, they just grip better.
They're so flatter. Do you like that?
Yeah, I don't like the puffy basketball feeling shoes. I don't like that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So I usually wear Vans, but occasionally if I wear any other shoes, I wear the Super Skate. Because right now I'm a free agent for my shoe contract. Yeah, I usually have a shoe and have a whole deal with Vans, but right now I'm a free agent again because I'm kind of like thinking about maybe starting my own company or whatever. But I also occasionally will wear the high top Adidas Super Skates.
Okay.
They're like really good. As a matter of fact, I have usually I'll wear those when I'm skating like pools and stuff. Alright. It just keeps you from the board hitting you in the hair. Keeps you from like gives you a little bit more support in the pants. Like these don't have any support.
Yeah.
These are all about grip, feeling, just being casual. What I wear.
I like those, but the higher ones.
Yeah, a lot of times the high ones are pretty good. A lot of times what I wear when I skate, I'll wear ready for cold weather.
Yeah.
I wear these. These are really good.
Yeah. They kind of flat too.
Yeah. They're old school. They're kind of old school. They're kind of like a retro, like a reissue retro shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, these were
you like those more than advanced.
For like half pipe and pools. Yeah, because
better protection.
you can see the protection here, and then also just the fact that they have a really nice, this stuff grips.
I think it's super skates.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the ultimate.
Yeah, they're good. They're like a heavy duty skate shoe than just the regular like one where you're now. That's probably when I skate the low later on my toe is on. Yeah. Just to make sure, just in case.
Yeah.
If I'm going over the hip and I lose it or
yeah. I'm all the too, need protection.
Yeah. It's smart. Well, you might as well because I think skaters are into gear. You know, that's like our thing. It's like being a surfer too. You know, you got to have the right board for the right day. So same thing. I think with skateboarding. Because the better your gear is, the easier it's going to make it for you to get the job done. Yeah, safer, more fun. Yeah, a little bit more fashionable. I mean, because these are nice. You know what I mean? The colors. I just painted my whole store in LA like these colors: off-white with the lime and the burgundy. Okay. They're good colors too. They're nice. Good color combo. I was trying to work a deal out with Adidas, but they're very hard to deal with on a business level because they have so many other athletes that they sponsor that don't skateboard or anything, like soccer players and tennis. Yeah, but I still am talking. I know. We were thinking about it.
I heard something about shoes is the biggest selling. It's the biggest selling item of everything. It's shoes.
Yeah, we've been talking about it. It's negotiable at this point because, like I said, I'm a free agent, so I can. At this point, the ball's in my court, and I can talk about that. But I don't mind promoting and mentioning that I use the Adidas because just exactly what you said. They have a little bit more protection. It's just common sense.
The protected gear, cool or uncool?
Yeah, the best thing is the function, like I said.
Yeah.
If they're fashionable, that's just a plus.
Yeah.
That's not the reason why I would wear it.
It's in level.
No, not really. No. I wear a helmet if anything.
Yeah.
Because I don't see really knee pads or elbow pads really keeping you from breaking any bones. They just keep you from getting straight up. No, I don't think these.
You run off with it.
Yeah, I don't think so. My knees are already pretty weathered from just. Doing these slides would hurt my knees more than actually just running or sliding it out. I brought some pads with me, but it's like the pads that I use are like the ones from the Louis and stuff. Like I need a little protection. I wear like you're gonna laugh.
I was protection too. Oh, this is for that.
Yeah, I'll put those like on my elbow or whatever, or underneath, or under my jeans.
Yeah.
It's just basic. It just keeps you from bunking the bone to the concrete.
Yeah.
Because I don't really need slide or anything. If anything, I just kind of rip it out or slide it out or roll.
Sometimes you trip on the knees.
Yeah, it's a technique though, you know. It's like I think that's what it is, especially when you're an old school skater, is you develop a technique that works for you. It's almost like with martial arts. You know? Yeah. If you stick to that technique, you usually can avoid injury. Usually.
Yeah.
There's always like rare situations and circumstances, but
so what type of board would you recommend for this guy? The first board from the car.
I would say right one of my boards. One of the old school shapes, like a 9-inch. Anything from 8.5 to 9 inches, and between probably anywhere between 32.5 to 34 inches long. That's the range. And preferably something that has a little bit of concave, and definitely a double kick.
Double kick.
Yeah.
Like a lollipop?
No, not necessarily. More of like a rounded square, like kind of
like a pool.
A little bit more like an old school shape. Because I think it just gives you a little bit extra stability. Yeah. And when you're just starting out, you need that stability. You need it, because like that way you're going to learn to feel comfortable on the board and not be like feet hanging over the rails or anything like that. Yeah. I don't like the feeling like when the board's just sketchy.
I agree. Can you explain an easy but cool trick to work on? Like, do we make it right and cool around? When he's getting quite good at skating, what's the first thing? Singapore. Because you're not as a person.
I would think the first trick you'd really want to learn is maybe just like either something where you're actually hitting the deck on the top like a disaster, like a lip slide or a disaster, either front side or back side. I'd say something like that. Like something where you're actually getting the trucks and wheels over the lip. Well, the first thing you really want to learn, but it's part of fundamentals, I wouldn't call it a trick, is just to grind. Grinding is the first.
That's what I was thinking.
But then the next thing would be go to the lip, to where the board is actually.
So if you should say tell a guy to do a grind in 5 steps, what would you say?
I would say basically work your way towards the lip, approach the lip, get your trucks up on the lip and try to balance, grind along the lip, and again, it's a natural flow. It's something. Basically, I would try to emulate something like riding a wave, to where you're actually coming from the bottom of the wave to the top, riding on the top and back down. It's the same motion as a grind. But the thing is, with the skateboard, you have the trucks. So the most important thing I think is to have control while you're riding with no wheels on the trucks. You know, I think that's the thing you want to learn. Is you want to learn how to balance on the lip of the pool or the bowl or the ramp on the trucks. Be able to keep the momentum, continue and roll back in. So you know, it's travel. You have to learn it like step by step. The first thing is, like I said before, you learn the fundamentals. That will get you to the point where you can actually get to the lip. Once you get to the lip, grinding is going to be the first challenge, definitely. Once you get grinding down, I think then you maybe learn to do some little tricks like where the board's actually on the lip. Then last but not least, getting air. Whether it be with your hands on the board or without your hands. I think at this point where technology is with skateboarding, it's probably easier to do the air without the hands. Because you're just popping back and off and on. And then eventually you start to learn the different variations of grabs, like mute, indie, front side air, backside method air. You know, it starts to get definitely more interesting. Fleet air, mute air, indie air, like I said, tuck knee, tail grab, nose grab, whatever. Double grab.
Alright, so now we're finished with Petralia. Now it's for another. This is Bjorns Magazine. It's the biggest newspaper in Aftonbladet Sport magazine, which runs every month. Thinking more about you, listen, about your personal. You said you remember when you were in the 70s for some shows. Specific memories from that time?
Oh yeah, meeting Tony Magnuson. That was cool. Meeting him. He was a 14-year-old kid that was aspiring to be a professional skater. One of the best skateboarders ever to come out of Sweden. Yes, I did skate there. That's true. We did ride there. Yeah, there was a full pipe there and all that. It was fun. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. It was definitely like it was the best spot in the summer. No doubt. And the other thing I remember probably more than anything is doing like freestyle demos at the. We had like those little strip mall. We did like a freestyle demo there, and a bunch of kids laid down on the ground, and I jumped over them and stuff like that. We did like old 70s stuff. Yeah, I think it was it. And also, Google was my sponsor.
Okay.
So that was.
They sponsored the street mall, or did they sponsor?
Yeah, they did in the 70s.
Jag vill precis ta av café, jag ska bara ta Aftonbladet. Så länge det går så får jag på.
Yeah, my first and only sponsor in Sweden was Google.
But they were only students for the different here. They were sponsored
just in Sweden. Yeah, pretty much. Just for my tour years.
Okay. What made you stand out from other skaters in Sweden?
What made me stand out? My style and my attitude, pretty much. And I had a lot of experience at a young age. Because I started very young, and I learned from a lot of guys that were veteran, like surfers and skateboarders, who were like my mentors, like Torger Johnson, the Hilton Brothers, and Danny Bearer, and the list goes on. All the old school surf skaters that I looked up to were guys that had basically grown up kind of on skateboards and surfboards. And I started getting really serious about it at a very young age. When I was like 10 years old, I was already a very serious surfer and skateboarder.
Okay.
The main thing that I kind of was an innovator of and spontaneously kind of learned without like even knowing what I was doing is I was one of the first guys to just start doing aerials and pulls and stuff, and just how to skate vertically. Because nobody skated transitions or pulls or anything. You know,
you were first.
one of the first.
Yeah.
And I think I was definitely one of the first guys ever to be documented doing an aerial on a vertical wall.
Okay, and then you ended up at
Yeah, and then I was pretty much the innovator of like one of the first, one of the first frontside, like the tuck knee frontside air.
Yeah.
That's kind of like my signature.
Yeah. Is skateboarding more work and pleasure for you now?
Is it what?
Is it more work and pleasure skateboarding?
No, it's still a lot of fun. I still have really a lot of fun with it. It just, in certain situations where people are demanding for you to perform, it kind of gets to be a little bit like work.
Yeah.
But most of the time, for my own enjoyment, I really do. I love skateboarding, and I always will. And I think it just gets a little bit tougher staying in peak physical condition. Just because I think just your body, you know, you're evolving, and as you get older, I think it's a little bit harder to keep the muscles and everything in perfect running. That's probably the biggest challenge, is to stay healthy. And that's why I surf a lot, because I think surfing is the best cross training for skateboarding. There's no doubt. Like surfing, because it works your upper body and the legs too. It's not just with skateboarding. You look at skaters, their physique, they're all from the waist down. They don't have any top. But when you're a surfer, it's different. You have the shoulders, you have the stomach muscles and the shoulders and the legs. So that's why I recommend like surfing, even more than snowboarding. Surfing is probably the best cross training that you can do for skateboarding. If you want to stay fit past 30, 40, 50 years old, that's probably the best way to surf and skate.
Are you how old are you?
48.
48.
When I hit 50, I'm 50 in 2 years. If I'm still skating and doing what I'm doing, I'm gonna have to have a big party. Because that's like my goal, and that'll be like, you know, I made it half a century. It's pretty good. I think I'm pretty much the oldest active professional skateboarder in the world at this point. Yeah, there's Steve Caballero's kind of right behind me, and Tony Hawk, of course. I think Tony Hawk is like 37, something like that. He might even be a little older. He's getting close to like 40. And Christian Soy, he just got back out. He was in jail for like 5 years for some drug stuff. And he's out skating again. I think he's like, he's maybe like almost 40 too. So if I'm 48, he's like.
But this guy's sponsored us also?
Yeah, I think Christian's sponsored by Quicksilver and Vans. So there's some guys getting up. Dwayne Peters, he's still skating. Steve Olson, still skating. Nicky Guerrero, Denmark, still skating. He got fourth place in the concert. Yeah, Nicky Guerrero. There's a bunch of old school skaters that are.
This is the power.
Yeah, he did ride for power. Yes.
He's Danish.
Yeah, he's from Copenhagen.
Okay. So what is the best thing about being Tony Alva right now?
I think the respect and the experience and the wisdom.
What do you do the years between you had the superstar and super fame in the 70s, and then we didn't hear much about you, at least I didn't, up until Bergman and Seaboys, the documentary when that came out. Those years, were you the same thing now?
Kind of on more of a grassroots level. I kind of think that I had to go back to the basics and back, like kind of, as they say, kind of in the States, I had to go back in the garage to really kind of find where my place was, I think, not only in the skateboard industry, but also just with myself. I had to do a little bit of soul searching in order to really know and feel comfortable, you know, with my position, not only in the skateboard industry, but just in life in general. I think sometimes when it grows so fast and you deal with so much success and popularity and everything, sometimes you just have to go back to like the roots and kind of why you do what you do and what it means to you. And, you know, I think I had to do a little bit of soul searching instead of just worrying about how successful I can be and how many. I think just stay in touch with like I said before, kind of like the foundation, like where you came from. It's like, you know, like going back to the streets or going back into skating just backyard swimming pools, or go back to Power Gear, just skating the banks by myself, you know, things like that. Kind of like where I wasn't doing it for money, I wasn't doing it for fame, I wasn't doing it for
company the whole time.
Yeah. I've always made skateboards no matter what. Now, even if I only sold maybe like 500 of them a month, always made skateboards.
Okay, you also pretty good living from
yeah, well, that's my passion. You know, that's what I really like. As far as like creative design and stuff goes.
Your own shop at the time?
You know, I didn't have a retail. I just was doing it on a manufacturer and on a wholesale level.
Okay.
But now that it's where skateboarding's kind of established itself again, like mass media, like a very mainstream thing.
Yeah.
Now I have 2 stores. I have one in Oceanside, one in Los Angeles, and I have a website that is state of the art, a very successful website. And then I also will always do what I did to begin with, and I manufacture wheels and skateboard products, build decks for on a wholesale level to distributors internationally, and then dealer direct in the United States. I go directly to the stores so I can make a little extra profit margin.
Okay. Is it your company? You own it yourself?
Yes, I'm the president of the company, and it's under a new corporation name. In the last couple of years, it's incorporated under Alva, which in Spanish means Alva of life. Okay. That's what it's incorporated.
Yeah. So it's your company. You own it.
I'm the president. I am the president of Alva.
Yeah, you're the only owner.
Yeah. I used to be a sole proprietorship, just DBA, doing business as Alva Skateboards. But now, since it's at a bigger level, where I have for tax reasons and for growth and everything, we had like I'd say after Dogtown Z-Boys, we doubled our sales and we doubled our size.
Yeah.
After Lords of Dogtown, quadrupled our size. So it just goes to show that not only through the historical kind of documentary film, people were kind of like learning like the history of skateboarding. That definitely helped my sales, and I marketed myself as such. After the movie, total like PR media blitz, you know, international. That a lot of people that knew nothing about skateboarding started skating. Then a lot of the old school guys came back and started skating. Then the kids of the old school guys were skating and riding out the boards. You know, so it's kind of like the guys like me that have like a 10 or 12 or 13-year-old, you know, son or daughter. Their kids are riding my boards with the dad. You know, the dad has the big Alva board and the kid has the little Alva. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So like in a way, my boards and the products I make are for family now. Yeah. The whole fucking family got Alva boards. You know what I mean? Because we make a lot of designs. We go from like the retro board all the way up to like this. Yeah. Or like the one in my bag that's like a 38-inch Alva longboard in case you decide to ride hills or big banks or something. Yeah. So I have, like I said, I have 16 different shapes and sizes of boards, and each one has a different concave, different shape, different template, different graphics. Yeah. So it's very custom. Very much customized. It's not just popsicle stick skateboards. Yeah. Because to me, that's ridiculous to make one board all the same shape, just with different graphics. Just to maybe to some skateboard companies, that's the style. Yeah. That's what's trendy. That's what's cool. Not with me. I like to make like 16 different, 10 or 12 different shapes and boards.
Because you skate yourself, and you know.
And then everybody can have something to make happen. Everybody's happy then.
Yeah. So you must be making more money right now than you did in the 70s.
That's a good question, because I think in the 70s it was just so huge and I was so young that I really didn't even pay attention to the numbers. I was just partying and traveling around the world and just, you know, the money was more like air or like water then, you know. Now it's like I run a business and I really know what it takes to be successful, and I really pay attention to like what I do with the capital, you know, how I reinvest it, and where it needs, the different places it needs to be appropriate and stuff. So now, I mean, I've been an entrepreneur since I was 19 years old. So we're talking like 30 years of experience. That's a lot different from when you're 19 years old. So I would say I'm doing better now because I've learned how to manage the money, and I've also not depending on a business partner or a CEO to run my company. I run it myself. I mean, I have a lot of kids, young guys that do all the computer stuff and do a lot of the graphics graphics and they do a lot of like the technical stuff. Because I'm not much of a computer guy. I'll admit that.
Oh, freaking man, you're a skater.
Yeah.
You're old school. So.
I'd rather like write purchase orders by hand and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
We really don't do it that way. It's all totally computerized. So I have a lot of young guys that work for me that are computer just geniuses, you know.
Yeah.
When it comes to graphics, accounting. I don't live in Los Angeles. I live in San Clemente, which is south. It's south of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
But
It's south of Los Angeles on the beach, about 70 miles south towards San Diego.
Okay.
So that's where I live.
Yeah. That's the one shop there.
I have a shop south of there, another 20 miles, in a small town on the beach called Oceanside. So I have one in Oceanside, the original retail outlet where the factory is, where we make boards and everything. And then the other shop is a new one on Fairfax, Ethiopia, which is a really funky neighborhood in Los Angeles. And that one's just called Alva, Los Angeles. The beach shop? No, not really. It's small and it's really very high ceilings. And I put old school, like Hollywood style, old chandeliers. I dropped them down from the ceiling because the ceilings are very high. And then I put a big logo that looks like it's made out of blood that goes down the wall. And boards, hard goods on one side. And then the other side of the store is mostly soft goods, clothes, even for girls. I even have a line for girls called Alva. Yeah, I have a 16-year-old daughter. No. My daughter was the woman that I was married to for like 8 or 10 years is my daughter's brother. And my son is from my girlfriend that I lived with for like 5 years. And he lives in San Clemente.
Okay, is he 10 years old?
Yeah, his name is Zephaniah and my daughter's name is Alva.
Zephaniah? Yeah. And daughter is?
Avalon.
Avalon.
Avalon. A-V-A-L-O-N.
Avalon. How much money do you make per year?
I really don't know.
Out of fact.
I think that the business does. I think we do like probably about $1 million a year right now. No, I think gross. I think our gross sales are about
good. Okay. Last question.
We did $250,000 worth of the retro boards just last year. We did $250,000 worth of sales just that.
I tried to buy one to get signed. The shop here, but they didn't have it.
Oh, really?
There's only one that I know that has it.
They need to call. We need to change that.
Yeah, for sure. What's your take on skateboarding in the Olympics?
I think that the Olympics need it.
Känna lite på bordet, kvalar upp.
Det ligger en skärd om det här och få kontakter.
Okej, det är en levande legend jag sett. Tony Alva. Det är alltså en levande legend. Tony Alva i Polen. Carving it up. Card blank. Och en liten applåd för Tony Alva. Det är en ära att ha den här Polen. Så kommer de höra det. Det är kanske dags för andra universal lite också. Tony Alva i Polen. Det är alltså Red Bull Skateboard Party 2006. Stora finaldagen idag. Jag tävlar om en grym Merca, årsmodell 81. Ja, vi är en gång Alva i formen. Carving it up with style. Nice frontside ride. Tony Alva. Har vi Rikke Sandström. Sketcha. Blixtrarna smäller. Ja, det är ett besök från Göthberg. Ny på Petralia. Kasper mot de nya, unga, hungriga killarna. Gamlingen står kvar. Jag ser Jeppe Sandberg. Magar. Kommer ut på den. Med stil. Du själv presenterar hans bräda. Och den här vill du vara med i leken. Skjutsen i den. Nice car drive. Like disaster. Nu får du höra lite jubel, du får ta i andra på den. Tony and Alva.
Så du sätter den ibland? Så du tänkte att man har sett det?
Liam Bostad. Fastlivad vänsterstans. Okej, det här är alltså Rockman Pool Party 2006. Vi firar det släppet av Lords of Dogtown. Och det vi ser nu är Lindqvist, Göthberg med Göthberg. Och strax variant. Och ser ni att ni gillar så är det mördare så blir vi öser inne. Vi skejtar för fan Bjorns Tradgård mitt i vintern. Och vi firar lite bra. Det kom inte oss att komma igår. Han ser att vägen skickar upp. Vrider ner ringningarnas fläder som ska lära sig inte vara vägen. Alva, Petralia. Cruise and cruise with style. Petralia stage session for everything. Petralia need to take a great start. Någon slags layback-variant. Enrico ser rolig ut. Han vann här i somras hemma av tävlingarna. Toyotas right lunch.
rowdy for you.
Hey man, if you know the guy's board, he almost...
Petralia, Sandberg, Stockholm, Lite med 2 med Sebastian Bolide, Karlsson, Anders Axelsson, Joel Alfredsson. Lite med 3 har vi Hasse, Peter Göthberg, Lars Axelman, Halvarsson, Chai, någonting och David Bjorns. Lite med 4 har vi Steven White, Janne Loftén, Polito och Leo Bostad. Lite med 5 har vi Andreas Lindqvist, Leo Ström, Peter Davidchenko och Vannusen Santos. Lite med 6 har vi Tom Kjeller, Kalle Loftén, Charlie Hubban och en wildcard senare. Det kan bli åkare. Lite med 7, Ricky Sandberg, Edvin Lindqvist, Rodrigo Anderito, Anders Göthberg. Och lite med 8 har vi Kasper Prass, Sofia Lindberg, Oskar Bergstedt och Edvin Marker. Så det är en fortsatt senare om det blir. All 4 drar hela igång det första hitet. Hit nummer 1 ska alltså börja köra halv 4. Om en halvtimme ungefär. En gång har vi en legender i poolen. Tidigt på morgonen, helt lätt. För mig. So we are finding nice lines. Nice style. Oh, fortsätter! Petralia. Okej, vi tog Alva. Jag tycker det är fan med för att vi gillar det. Grymt att se det. Tungligt sväng. Det är 5 hetsar. Steven White, lite över hipparna. Så får man ha lite slängar på den poolen själv. Och det är inte djupa. Han är i poolen just nu. Pulsar upp. Så. hålla tummarnas pennor. Slide. Firewood ride. Frontside firewood corner. Firewood to fake it. Han gillar att stå på baksidan. Lite tail i djupa delen. Okej, en rygg på Petralia. Nästa åkare, vi kör på så här, är Sandberg. En applåd! Börja! Ekonomiskt stil, lägger upp backside kort, sweepside, och slags slasher. Det är en rygg på den första tricken, vad som ni vet. Och man får fler chanser än mig, vi har 8 minuter på er. Nästa åkare, Andersson! Stylar upp det hela i kurven. Jag åker här i Stockholm, syns ofta här på sommarna. Layback smooth. Tungen upp i mål. 360 upp i mål. Rätt in i spåren på domarna. Så ska det se ut. Och en stor kille som trivs i mål. Göthberg, hit med mig. Kvar i djupa. Och då tröjar vi på idag. Det är ingenting att bli rädda för barn. De blir bra fart, sina där. Bjorns Tradgard skating mitt i mitten, det är värt en applåd. En ny Petralia. Har det varit dags för en av gamlingarna i genet? Sandberg, applåd. Så jag till Grandman's Rider. Finns det frågan på gångarna? Nästan en sweeper. En fråga för Jenny. Så den ska det se ut. Uppe, nästa här. Fast han trivs bäst ner i djupa. Och lever! Då är Peters här kring smart. Lite närmare där kanske. Här är gång nu. Här kommer vi upp till där. Stylish Petralia! Stylish Petralia! Nu smäller det på program. Och lite sketch, det gillar vi. Det är inte jobbigt om det blir lite sketch ibland. Vi tackar. Vad vill du ha?